is up? It is Monday morning, October 3rd. We had a phenomenal event here at the gym. Don't Tap Championship number 3, Saturday, October 1st. It was an unbelievable event. I can't say enough good things about everybody, the athletes, the coaches, the crowd, the people have been sending us messages saying what a good event it is. Thank you all so much for the support. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for our amazing sponsors. If it wasn't for the athletes coming out here and fighting their butts off, and if it wasn't for Arthur Morgan and Matt putting in a bunch of work. We had a bunch of people behind the scenes getting it in, doing a phenomenal job, making sure everything ran pretty smoothly. Yes, there was a couple little hiccups, but for the most part, it was an unbelievable event. And every show we're just getting better, getting bigger, getting more viewers, and making the show run a little bit more smoothly. And most importantly, getting the athletes paid and getting jiu-jitsu in front of a bigger audience to where it's more entertaining for people to watch. I know I talked about this before, but sometimes jiu-jitsu is painfully boring to watch, even as a practitioner myself. And so we really tried hard to create a rule set that emphasized people to go out and go for the kill and put on a fun show. With that being said, I just want to do a little recap of the event, the athletes, and what happened. Catch the full replay at fightstreams.live. It is up there in its entirety, and yeah, go watch it. Just check it out. It's 2 hours long. Great event. It was a lot of fun. I know the commentators, Corey and I, Bowtie Boss, we goof around a lot, but we goof off a little bit. But we have a good time. So that being said, our first match, we had Victor Aguirre versus Anazami. It was a heck of a match. It was fast paced. There was a big takedown at the beginning against the wall. Sazan passed Victor's guard. Victor went for a buggy choke. We had a big slam and a great submission finish. So you definitely want to go check that out. Both those guys are killers. I expect to see a lot out of them in the future. Check them out. Follow them. Go see what. Our next match was Sheris Fergat versus Melanie Matos. These girls had ended up going to a draw, but the whole time they were going at it. There was some crazy positions. I didn't even know what I was seeing. Melanie's leg was in a 50-50, all tied up in like a knot. I definitely was not flexible enough to be able to put myself in those positions. These girls were just moving like freaking bending like rubber. It was crazy. Lots of attacks the whole time, back and forth. That was a phenomenal match. I'd definitely go check that out. Fightstreams.live. Our third match was Jaden Groener versus Tim Huntley. Tim came all the way in from Toledo last minute. Jaden Groener is an up-and-coming stud. That match went to a draw, but another one that was back and forth. There was some buggy choke attempts. There was a slam. There was submission attempts, leg lock attempts, nonstop action the whole entire time. The next match after that was Katie Bohenik. C is silent. Don't forget that. It looks like Bochenik, but it's Bohenik, versus Chris Doris from P3. Another one, a lot of action, and that one was a heel hook finish. It was pretty quick, but these girls were going back and forth with the leg attacks, and it was a very entertaining match. Every match was unbelievable to watch. Then we had Oscar Rosas versus Andre Allen. Andre Allen won the fastest submission of the night, bonus for $150. He got a heel hook on Oscar 25 seconds, something like that. 25 seconds, yeah. I think that's the fastest submission in Don't Tap Championship history. Keep an eye out for Arnold Allen. This guy, the Allen wrench, he's pretty dang slick on the feet. So yeah, if you go against him, hide your legs. Our next match after that was Natalie Ferris versus Tisha Muentes. Another awesome female match. Natalie is a brown belt. Tisha is a purple belt. Natalie won by Kimura, I believe, in a very fast-paced match. And that was another one where these girls went back and forth. They were all over the mat. They were on one side. They were on the other side. They were scrambling. They were moving. It was awesome. Very entertaining to watch. Then we had Cesar Gutierrez versus David Garcia. Unbelievable match. Garcia looked like a freaking stud against another killer in Cesar Gutierrez. Garcia came out, got on top, went for a head arm choke, took his back, and then applied a rear naked choke. So yeah, don't sleep on David Garcia. You definitely want to check that guy out. He's going to do big things. And then we had Mike Santiago on our black belts versus Sergio Suarez. Mike Santiago took the match on very short notice, came out against a very game opponent, Sergio Suarez. Sergio was fast with his submission attempts. He was quick, was firing up omoplatas, triangle chokes. That match ended really quick. You want to go check that out. Fightstreams.live to catch the replay. And that very high-paced match for that one. Then we go into our co-main event, Blake Classman versus Max Hansen. Max Hansen is an up-and-coming stud. I believe he's a brown belt out of Adamas Jiu-Jitsu in Toledo, versus Blake Classman, who's a very experienced black belt. These two, they ended up going to draw, but it was a scrap. It was back and forth. Max was attacking a lot. Blake was defending, and I think kind of looking to counter a little bit, and very, very fast-paced match. Ended up going to a draw. And then our final match was ADCC Trials two-time silver medalist Mario Gonzalez. He was actually an alternate for ADCC this year, versus Brad Schneider. Wow, that match was crazy. It was fast submissions back and forth. Brad went for a sub, Mario went for a sub, had Brad in a bad spot, an inverted triangle. Brad was able to get out, put Mario into a leg entanglement, did a roll through into a backside 50-50. It was a heck of a match. You definitely want to go catch that replay and follow both these guys. They're going to do big things in jiu-jitsu and submission grappling. Fightstreams.live, catch the whole replay. It was an unbelievable event. Thank you so much again for the athletes, the sponsors, the fans that have tuned in, and everybody else. We're throwing our next event in January, so please go to don'ttapchampionship.com, put in your application. We're going to do 10 matches, and we're going to get bigger cash prizes. We're going to get you guys paid. We're going to have you guys put on a show and make jiu-jitsu entertaining for everybody. Also, after our fourth event, that will be DTC number 4, we are going to do a season end tournament. If you have won a match throughout the first 4 events, you're going to have a entry into the tournament where there's going to be a much bigger cash prize. We're going to have a men's and a ladies division. It's going to be open weight, open rank. So that's going to be awesome. So one more event, then our tournament. Put in your applications, don'ttapchampionship.com, fightstreams.live for the full replay. Thank you again to everybody, our sponsors, our athletes, our competitors, the people behind the scenes working, everybody. Thank you so much, and we can't wait to grow this thing and get a bigger platform for you guys.